Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Prasad Michael and you're watching Kini News. The Chinese Lunar New Year is a festival that celebrates the beginning of a new year on the traditional Chinese calendar. SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1 put up decorations, but they took it down after lawyer Muhammad Khairul Azam Abdul Aziz wrote a complaint to the school principal. According to this man, he received complaints from parents that the decorations were an attempt to propagate non-Islamic religions to Muslims. If you think that's ridiculous, this story gets even more bizarre. Lawyer Muhammad Khairul today declared his victory to reporters for being able to get Chinese New Year decorations removed with a single letter.
Jadi, Khairul cakap ini
saya sudah menang.
Sudah menang.
Saya sudah menang.
Kenapa?
Sebab saya satu surat 7 menteri turun.
Okay. Jadi bagi Khairul memang bangga dengan ini.
Ya, saya satu surat saja saya keluar. Kabinet meeting 15 kali ulang nama saya. 7 menteri turun. Saya punya satu surat turun Tanglong. 7 menteri kena turun untuk naikkan balik ke Tanglong.
He even posed for the cameras with hand gestures to signify his purported victory.
V for victory. V for victory.
Khairul is being investigated by the police under Section 505C of the Penal Code in relation to the school decoration fiasco. Section 505C pertains to the intent to incite a community to act against another. As the nation focuses on the newly released telephone recordings involving Najib and those around him, the case surrounding a recording of a different kind has hit a brick wall. No one will be prosecuted over the controversial sex videos allegedly implicating Economic Affairs Minister Azman Ali and former political aide Haziq Abdullah Abdul Aziz. This was announced by Attorney General Tommy Thomas in a statement today. This is because facial recognition analysis could not be achieved due to poor resolution of the video recordings. He added that after Cybersecurity Malaysia's inconclusive findings, PDRM sent the videos to be independently analysed by forensic experts in the United States, and this independent report confirmed cybersecurity's findings. Reacting to the AG's announcement, former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak parodied his own alleged telephone conversation to question the AG's decision. Writing on his Facebook page, Najib listed down all the ways the people in the video could have been identified. BN currently has its hands full with a by-election to handle, so will BN's chances in Kimanis take a hit following Najib's leaked conversations? We asked the UMNO President. UMNO President Ahmad Zaid Hamidi appeared confident that conversations released by the MACC involving former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak will not impact BN's campaign in Kimanis.
Saya tidak nampak pengundi-pengundi di Kimanis susunya terganggu dengan pendedahan kononnya terhadap bahan-bahan siasatan yang dibuat oleh badan penguatkuasa.
The BN chairperson said he was confident that the voters in Kimanis would be able to evaluate and make wise decisions.
Pengundi di Kimanis ini bijak untuk menilai bahawa isu-isu itu pun tidak menjejaskan keyakinan dan kepercayaan mereka kepada calon Barisan Nasional, insyaAllah.
2 of the 12 individuals facing charges with LTTE-linked offences have pleaded not guilty.
Late last year, 12 individuals were hauled to Sessions Courts nationwide and charged with Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam-linked offences. Today, 2 of them, Serambanjaya DAP Assemblyperson P. Gunasekaran and Storekeeper S. Tanagaraj, claimed trial at the High Court in Kuala Lumpur to a total of 3 LTTE-linked terrorism charges. This comes after the duo pleaded not guilty when their charges were separately read out to them during proceedings before Judge Muhammad Nazlan Muhammad Ghazali. The 31st of January has been fixed for the mention of the cases involving the 2 men. Gunasekaran's counsel Harshan Zamani informed Justice Nazlan that they would be filing an application for bail. The prosecution did not raise an objection. The same court ruled on November 29th last year that the courts can still hear a terrorism accused's application for bail. Justice Nazlan said that this is because the provision under the Security Offences Special Measures Act 2012 or SOSMA, which bars the court from hearing a terrorism accused's bail bids, is unconstitutional and invalid.
Palm oil accounts for nearly 2/3 of India's total edible oil imports, and soon the country may be turning to Indonesia instead of Malaysia. The world's biggest buyer of palm oil, India has informally asked palm oil refiners and traders to avoid buying Malaysian palm oil, following Malaysian criticism of India's actions in the Kashmir region and its new citizenship law. A senior official in India's vegetable oil industry, who did not wish to be named, said the government had asked refiners at a meeting attended by 24 vegetable oil industry officials in New Delhi on Monday to boycott Malaysia. Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad angered India over his comments on India's actions in Kashmir and over a new Indian citizenship law, which critics say chips away at India's secular foundations and could be used to discriminate against Muslims. The world watched on Wednesday as US President Donald Trump addressed the nation on Iran.
As long as I'm President of the United States, Iran will never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon.
President of the United States Donald Trump announced that there were no casualties sustained from the Iranian rocket strike that targeted army bases housing US troops in the neighboring Iraq. The rockets were fired by Iranian forces who said that the strike was in retaliation for the US killing of Iranian military general Qasem Soleimani. At the moment, it appears that Iran is done with sending their message.
Iran appears to be standing down, which is a good thing for all parties concerned and a very good thing for the world. No American or Iraqi lives were lost because of the precautions taken, the dispersal of forces, and an early warning system that worked very well.
Soleimani was killed last week during a drone strike on his convoy near the Baghdad International Airport shortly after he disembarked from his aircraft. His death at the hands of US forces rekindled fears of a war breaking out in the Middle East.
Imagine an area the size of South Korea being set on fire. That is the gravity of the situation in Australia.
The monster fires engulfing parts of Australia showed no signs of slowing down on Thursday. In fact, hot weather is making the situation worse by fanning the huge bushfires near the country's heavily populated southeast. With 27 people dead so far, Australian authorities are not taking any chances. People have been urged to evacuate when instructed to, as it would be the only way to guarantee their safety. The fires have scorched through more than 25.5 million acres of land, an area the size of South Korea. Thousands of people have been made homeless and thousands more have had to evacuate repeatedly because of the volatility of the fires. Locals in the Victoria State coastal town of Malakuta, where thousands of people were stranded on the beachfront for days until a military evacuation that only ended on Wednesday, were among those again advised to flee. Authorities have warned that the huge fires, spurred by high temperatures, strong winds and a 3-year drought, will continue until there is substantial rainfall. Australia's weather agency confirmed on Thursday that there was no sign of that in the coming months.
And here are several other news highlights from today. And that is all from me today. For more stories, go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Prasad Michael. Thank you for watching. Good night.